Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You've got Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny, legend, the Dividend Diplomats guys on the road to 20,000 subscribers. And we've got 3 stocks to buy right now.
Smash that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up. As you said, Lanny, we're getting so close to 20,000. So help your boys finally cross that mark so we can finally stop talking about it and we can move on to our next milestone. We're always looking for stocks to buy. We're always trying to grow our passive income. We're always trying to grow our dividend stock portfolios. That's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Here are 3 stocks that Lanny found. Lanny did some hard work. We're going to see, are they stocks to buy right now?
I had to do some heavy lifting on the stock research, guys, using the DD stock screener. The price to earnings ratio less than the S&P 500, preferably less than 20, possibly less than 18 times earnings. Payout ratio less than 60%. 3, a history of growing dividends, and we'll check out the dividend yield here, guys. S&P 500 up almost 23%, ending on October 11th. We're not done with the year yet. Year is not over. Election's not here yet either. So it's hard to find undervalued stocks to put your hard-earned dollars right now. Well, I've got 3 in my stock portfolio that are pretty close to where I'm going to start buying some shares of these stocks. Bert, we got 3 different industries as well that I'm sharing here.
Oh, that's what's going to make this so fun. We got a Dividend King, classic, and then a third one, another classic. So this is going to be a fun video. You want to kick this one off, Lanny, with the Dividend King that's near and dear to everybody's hearts?
We're going to kick this shindig doggy style. If you guys remember Road Dogg Jesse James from DX, let us know in those comments, guys. But we're going to kick it off with the conspiracy, with the scandal, with the accounting CFO scandal. Yes, Bert just bought shares last week. If you didn't catch it, now you know again. Archer Daniels Midland, ticker symbol ADM. Guys, this stock is still trading below $60 a share, below 58 at 57.97. They are still down 20% year to date. They had risen up at one point in time, but now they're coming back down about 4% the last 6 months, down 4% in the last 30 days. So here they are back below $58. Bert, I know you grabbed a couple shares already.
Big 2 shares right when it was around the low 57. I built up that position heavily after the accounting scandal in the low 50s. So I am pumped up to see it come back down so I can hopefully grab some more shares of ADM. But let's put some numbers behind it. Let's see how ADM is performing in our screener, Lanny. That price, $57.97. Earnings per share, $5.33. That's a PE ratio of 10.88. That's a very low payout ratio. Very low.
Very low PE ratio, but the dividend payout ratio is also low, paying 50 cents a quarter, $2 a year. 37.5% dividend payout ratio. And Bert, why does that payout ratio matter so much to ADM?
Because it allows them to grow that dividend. It's allowed them to become a dividend king. It's allowed them to survive good times and bad times, various different economic cycles. Oh, they're almost a dividend king. They're 49 years. They'll be a dividend king in February. It's close enough. I'm calling them a dividend king. I don't really care what any.
Let's go. Make some noise for ADM.
Yeah, ADM, the almost dividend king that is in my mind right now. That 5-year dividend growth rate, 7.15%. That payout ratio is so well managed. It's so low, Lanny, that even in the midst of an accounting scandal, ADM announced an above average dividend increase. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Boom. I heard it from Bert, guys. Yielding 3.45% above their 2.56% dividend yield average, almost a 1% margin where they usually are yielding. Again, down 20%, 28 billion market cap. I'm really liking this stock right now. Again, I'll be a big buyer. I know we just caught that last video, buy when the stock is undervalued or down. This might be one. I already have a huge position. That's why I'm kind of watching it, just because I have a pretty deep concentration of ADM. If you guys really want to know, I do own, where is my ADM position? On my worksheet, 242 shares of this guy. So it's not small by any means, guys.
You're right, Lanny. That is a big position. I was going to log in quickly and pull up mine here. If you can hang tight with me for a second. You said
hang tight, guys.
You said 242?
242, Bert. Let's see if you could go toe to toe with 240.
No, I can't. I only have 149. So, Bum, bum, ba, bum.
So now I have 100 shares, so times that by $58. So you already know that that's a pretty large position. That's why it's undervalued, but man, I already have a lot of it. So let us know if you guys think about ADM. Is this a stock to buy? But got take a deep breath, drink your water. Dividend stock number two. They're still on my list because the price really didn't move from prior week. Shell Oil, ticker symbol SHEL, 68.49, down 5% in the last 6 months, slightly up year to date. They are 209 billion by market cap. Again, this is another big position I have. I have about 122 shares of Shell Oil.
Oh man, 122 shares of Shell. Let's see what I have here. Well, since I'm in
Oh,
there at 44. I don't have a lot of Shell.
so you have some room for Shell, is what you're saying. You have some pocket room for some seashells.
I do. I do. When we just went to the beach, my daughter grabbed some seashells and she only filled the bucket up half full. So maybe I can buy some actual shell and put it in the rest of that bucket.
And now that
Visiting
price, the EPS projection is 828. The price to earnings ratio is still low at 8.27. Bert, what about the payout ratio?
their dividend is $2.75. International company, so it's always a little funky, but the payout ratio is still about the same, 33%. So it's always going to be right around that mark for Shell.
Again, they had the big dividend cut during the pandemic, cut it way down to like 30 something cents, but they have risen it back up to that over almost 70 cents that they're at. They're about 60, upper 60s right now per share. To get you the exact number, 68.8 cents a share or something like that. So they are climbing their way back up to the mid 90s. I think it was 94 cents a share per quarter. Almost there. They've been increasing it back by the last 3 years. I expect another one early on in 2025.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And their yield is above 4%. So it's a very solid yield for that company that right sized their dividend, cleaned up their balance sheet. A 4% yield is very solid, especially now that they're bringing that growth back up too.
Yeah, again, down the last 6 months by about 5%. So that's why you got to keep your eyes on Shell. Again, I own a ton, but it's like, okay, I really like where they're at. My oil position overall is low. Is this one where I'm comfortable possibly buying another? Again, when I'm talking about going in, do I go in and buy 10 shares, drop 700 big bucks on that, increase that position by about 7 hundo? So let me know what you guys think of Shell. But there's three stocks on this list.
Ooh. Woohoo. Number three, Elevance Health, ticker symbol ELV. This is one I never bought
EA
into.
Sports. It's in the game. How did
Yeah,
that sound?
not bad. That wasn't too bad.
Let me
Wasn't
know in the comments.
It's been a while since I played Madden or something. I used to play it all the time.
Hmm.
Although I still probably
I,
would
I, I
condone.
would suck at any game past PS2. I would suck at. But yeah, Elevance Health, formerly Anthem, guys. ELV stock is down about 9% in the last month, which is why it's back on my radar. And that's because that's almost like a $50 price drop in this stock. They trade at 501.88. If you guys remember, I think it was either late or mid to early last year, maybe 2022. I was buying Elevance Health in the 415 to 460 range.
Yep, I remember that.
And this is one of those stocks where I felt like maybe at the time it was a lot that I was buying, but I only own 7 shares. Um,
I feel you on that. That's how I felt with companies like Air Products, Salesforce, where you think when you're grabbing up a lot and you're on your road to build a position, then it pops and you have to forget about it. So this might be another second or third chance, another bite at the apple for you, Chico. Get the razor apple bite. Just lean on the convertible and spit it out at someone.
yeah, I mean, I'm only up 15% in share price, so that's not like it's a huge lift.
Hmm.
I do like where they're at. Obviously, if they're in that 475, 480 range, so they're not like a dollar, $5 away. They're probably a good like a good 5% from that price, which actually is dollars to me, especially because the platform I do doesn't do partial shares. I don't want to get started about it. But they are trading at 501.88. EPS is 37.25, 13.47 price to earnings ratio,
Okay, let's check out that payout ratio. The dividend's $6.52. That payout ratio is so effing low at 17.5%.
which is perfect because they grow their dividend double digits like clockwork every single year, 12 years, 11.6% dividend growth rate.
Love it. Their yield is 1.3%. That's above its 5-year average of 1.08%.
Again, they haven't been doing as well as the industry. They're only up 5% this year. Again, down 9% the last month. So that's the three stocks. You know, go
Let's say
ahead.
three completely different flavors of dividend stocks here too. You have your dividend king in the agriculture, food processing, big oil, healthcare, all different yield and dividend growth combinations. So what are you thinking here, Lanny?
Well, ADM, I really got to see if, like, hey, I mean, I got a big position. We're talking $14,000, $15,000 in on ADM, so that's a little scary to me. Um, you know, Shell's closer to just being able to buy again. Like I said, buy $700 worth. I'll keep you guys posted if I do that this week. Then ELV 475, 480. I'm there, and I'll probably end up trying to buy. Gosh, at least 2 shares, maybe 4 shares, depending on where my cash is at over the next week or two.
All right, everyone, let us know, what do you think of ADM, Shell, and Elevance Health? Throw it down there in that comment section below.
Guys, subscribe to this channel, like this video, keep investing, keep building passive income. Let's get to financial freaking freedom, guys. And Bert, hit him with the quote.
You're either with us or you're against us, Jack.
That was Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.